today's video, we're going to talk about lab-grown diamonds and the truth about lab-grown diamonds. I'm going to answer a few questions right off the bat. Are lab-grown diamonds real? Yes, technically lab-grown diamonds are real. Natural diamonds and lab-grown diamonds are both created from carbon. One just takes 1 million years in the earth, and the other one is grown in a laboratory between 3 and 8 weeks. So let's go over a few other things. Are they cheaper than natural diamonds? Yes, lab-grown diamonds are 35 to 55% cheaper than natural diamonds. The reason why is because they're being produced in a lab, and it's much less costly to get them create them in the lab and cut them from the lab than it is to dig them up out of the ground, cut them and grade them the traditional way from the earth. But let's go over a few different things about natural versus lab-grown. The first is, yes, they are real, yes, they are diamonds, and they are absolutely beautiful. But there are just a few things you want to know before you buy a lab-grown diamond. There's nothing wrong with buying a lab-grown. I just am a big fan of total transparency, which I feel like right now, not only in our industry, but at most jewelry stores, it's not happening. I think a lot of jewelry stores are using leniency when telling the truth to customers about what's really going on with lab-grown diamonds. The first is where the cost from a natural diamond comes from. The cost comes from them having to dig it out of the ground and get it from there to the cutter. Now, that's an extremely expensive process. Between finding them and digging them up, it's only getting more expensive the further into the earth that they go, because it's even harsher environments the further down they go. So that's where the cost of a natural diamond comes from. It's also why natural diamonds won't get less expensive in the near future, because those are just getting, it's actually becoming more expensive to get them out of the ground, which keeps their value strong. Now, if we're talking about natural diamonds are created in the lab, so that's where the cost of them comes from. Then they're cut and graded just like natural diamonds. The difference is, though, with lab-grown diamonds, they haven't even hit scale yet. And this is the part that I want to make sure that consumers understand. Lab-grown diamonds will get not only cheaper, but much cheaper. For example, a 1 carat GSI-1 round excellent cut lab-grown diamond right now sells for about $3,000 at my store. At other stores, because of their massive margins, that stone could sell for $4,000 or $4,500. Now, if we ignore margin, we just talk about that stone alone. Within 2 to 3 years, that 1 carat diamond will be selling for $700 to $800 at retail. That means that if you buy a lab-grown diamond right now, there are thousands of dollars in loss there from the initial purchase. That shouldn't prevent you from buying it. But I know that jewelry stores right now are telling people that they're going to hold their value and that they're going to be able to keep what they're worth, because if they trade them in, they can still upgrade. You will probably still be able to trade them in and upgrade, but you're going to get a lot less money for your stone. And that's just something to know going into it. It isn't something that should deter you from buying it, but it's definitely something that's important to know. That they're just hitting production. De Beers alone, one of the largest diamond manufacturers, is building a laboratory in Portland, Oregon. And they're going to hit massive scale with the goal of bringing that cost down to $700 to $800 a carat. Now, that shouldn't prevent you from buying a lab grown, but it is important. The other thing is jewelry stores right now, because this is very, very new, they're using it as an easy way to make a ton of money. Now, obviously, we're in business. We all want to make money, but they're using unfair margins. So with natural diamonds, I use an exceptionally small margin. That's why when Blue Nile and James Allen came out, it didn't affect my business at all, because other jewelry stores were already using massive markups, which we weren't doing. So when those companies came around and started to use the same margins that I'm using, it doesn't really affect my business, because I offer a much better, more educational service than they do, plus I'm right here for my customers. Now for lab grown though, stores are taking advantage of that. Stores all around the country are selling lab growns with massive markups on them, overcharging customers, and you're losing a lot of that money you're investing anyway, just due to the production value. So having it overpriced isn't helping you, even if you are paying less than a natural already. So when you're shopping around for lab grown diamonds, make sure you're paying the best price. Come by Bellman Jewelers. We'll give you an offer. We work with you via Instagram, Facebook, Skype, FaceTime, everything. We work with customers all over the country, from San Francisco to Florida. So if you have questions, please let me know. If you have DM me or put them in the comments below, I can go over anything with you about lab-grown diamonds, the differences between the two growing patterns, and anything else that you need.